Hey guys, this is PV Pirate, and I'm here to welcome you to our tutorial on how to aim your cannons. As someone who has racked up over 130 levels in the PvP faction, and most of that time was spent cannoning, I know how to land some pretty good cannon shots, whether at close range or far range. So, for this tutorial, I'm going to be using base cannons, because that's what most of y'all will be using. So most of y'all may have a ship that looks similar to this, because you just got the game, or you're not that experienced at the game. So, we're going to go over some methods I find to help improve your cannoning. So, one thing you have to remember, you always have to count in if your ship's moving, and if it is, how it's moving. So, for instance, if I just shoot this cannonball. Hold on, I don't want to go fight that Megalodon real quick. Actually, never mind. That actually might be good. If y'all don't know, this was one of the Megalodons they added in like a season ago. So. But you have to remember, if your ship is moving forward, then the cannonball is going to be being pushed forward. So, like if the ship wasn't moving and I fired this, the cannonball would stay directly in this line. But as you see, the cannonball moves forward. But it's not that simple. There's something else you have to calculate. And is your target moving? Because a lot of times, yes, whenever you're fighting other ships, the target is moving. So you always have to account for those two variables. You got to account for how fast you're moving. See, if I'm going full sail, it's going to be different. And you also have to count how much you're turning. See, if I wasn't turning, the cannonball would stay straight in line with my cannon. Yet, since I'm turning, the cannonball gets in front of my cannon, or to the right of my cannon, I guess you could say. Now, if I was to turn left, here, and you hop on cannon, fire it, the cannonball is going to go to the left of you, because you're turning away from it. So these are factors you all want to account for. And there's a few other things when you're cannoning. You got to remember, a bunch of stuff has different weights. Cannonballs and blunder bombs and fire bombs, they all have the same weight values. But you talk about scatter shot, it doesn't go as far, but it's also lighter than a regular cannonball. But if you shoot a chain shot, you see here, I'm gonna circle around to a landmass, but chain shots are heavier. Alright, so I feel like that neg was actually kind of just like placed there. That was a good thing, because that allowed me. So, when you're cannoning, there's three main factors you want to account for. Speed, turning, and then target speed. Those are the things you want to account for. And if you start accounting for those in your shots, you will see a drastic improvement. So, in the future, there will be a video coming out about how to helm. I'll be putting out one of those videos pretty soon. I'm also really good at helming. And then, there will also be a live stream coming out this evening for sure, maybe even later today, or before this evening. So make sure to stay tuned in for that. You see how that thing went lower than a cannonball would? It's because it's heavier. My ship is being abused by Megalodon. Okay. For those of y'all that don't know, the reason the Megalodon's staying back there is because they don't come into, like, coastal waters. I guess would be the proper terminology. I just crashed on top of a crashed ship. That's interesting. That's for surely interesting. Alright, let me Perfect parking, guys. Perfect parking. If you are a helm watching this, for helm and or cannon, one thing you need to do to stay afloat more is listen for the creaks of your ship. Those tell you everything you need to know. Like now I know that I probably need to go grab a bucket pretty soon. Now I know I need to grab a bucket. Your ship sinks when it gets in line with map table. So, alright, now we're here. So let me repair my ship real quick. We'll get straight to the point now. Go 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole. Nope, we have a 4th hole. Yeah, so helm videos should be coming out in the future. And then live streams. A lot more live streams. If you made it to this point in the video, remember to like and subscribe to get my videos out to more people. So, now with that out of the way, let's talk about different weights. So, if you look here, if I shoot a cannonball, right when the boat gets high tide, it hits right there. If I shoot a blunder bomb, I'm not going to move the cannon, I'm just going to wait for high tide. Very similar spot. Now I shoot chain shot. Hold on, I'm going to wait for it to high bump. See how much lower that is? And the reason it's that much lower is because it's heavier. So if I shoot a chain shot, and they're also slower. So if you're going for a ship to demast, you gotta remember, look at the speed that chain shot took to get to the mountain versus the speed the cannonball took to get to the mountain. It's not much, but it's definitely noticeable when you're firing your shots. So, those are the main things. So, as long as you're accounting for weight, your speed, your turn rate, and your enemy ship's speed, you should be able to hit your cannon shots now. Alright guys, this is a PvP pirate logging off, and hopefully we will have some more videos coming out soon. See ya.